That's probably not the best way to start a game. We throw a pick on the first play, and then they throw a touchdown. So I'm proud of the character, the resilience on this team. I'm proud of the coaching staff and the preparation. We've come a long way just in the last 2 or 3 weeks. The offensive line, this is the first time really that they've started and been healthy together, period, since the first day of camp. And they played well, I think. You can't rush for 200 yards and not have them play well. So I'm excited for them because we've had a lot of turmoil in there. We've had a lot of different guys playing different positions. And obviously Q did a great job rushing the football. And I'm very pleased with Phil. He managed the game very, very well. We went into this game knowing full well that if we had 3rd and long, if we were going to drop back deep, we're going to give up some bunch of sacks. So we just stayed out of that. That kind of, we're going to throw it quick or we're going to run the football and not expose. Those 2 outside pass rushers that they have are very, very, very good. And everybody struggles with them. So we tried to counter that as much as we could. I thought our defense was, again, just exceptional. Down inside the 10-yard line to hold them like they did. But I think, of course, Larry does a great job in our players. I think we're not a big team. We're not a big team at all. But I think we're fast, and I love their intensity and the details of what they do.
Yeah, Coach, after you open the game like you did, those 2 plays, what does it tell you about the mental tenacity of this team? Settle down like they did. You're going to make that beautiful defensive stand, driving back all the way back to the 34.
Right. I think, when you look at that, the mental, it starts with the coaching set with Larry Marmee. It's one of the reasons he was the first guy I called. And when I did accept this job, he's the first guy I hired. I know what we're going to get with Larry. The details of what they do will be done to the nth degree. They will understand everything about what they're supposed to do on each defense, and they'll play fast. I mean, he's just a great teacher, and he imparts that with the players, a certain toughness, tenacity, if you will, and they take on his personality. And I think that's what happened there. You just don't see guys out of position usually with our defense. I knew in camp we were going to be real good on defense. I just felt like we'd be good. I know we have speed there, particularly at the linebacker position.
Is the defense ahead of the offense?
Oh, there's no question. We're still a project on offense. We get better every week, and that is predicated on the offensive line, which you look at the offensive line 2 weeks ago and where they are today is remarkably different, obviously. And the quarterback is I think this is kind of this pressure that he was in this game, the throws that he made to put him in that the 2nd and 2 and throw that deep ball to Q out there is good. We put him in situations where he had to make a play, and he did. He responded very, very well. I loved his composure. But that's kind of who Phil is. He's kind of a stoic guy. He reminds me so much of Mark Bulger in a lot of ways. Just in the quickness of which he gets rid of the ball, his personality. There's a lot of nuances about him that do remind me of Mark. I think he's really going to be a good player. But again, we're a long ways away offensively. We're not nearly as good as we are in defense, but we're making progress. I think we're making good progress as a team.
Would you say it's the most complete game out of the league?
Well, yeah, absolutely. Yes, absolutely. And I think we had some nice drives there where we were able to keep the defense off the field. That's a first. That hasn't happened this year, so... No, everything just kind of seems like it's kind of coming together a little bit, but it's not good enough. Everybody's in this league, watching everybody on tape, on TV here this weekend, everybody's gotten better the 2nd week, 3rd week. Everybody's getting better. So this league will continue, the play will continue to get better, and those who don't get better will fall fast behind. We need to get better next week.
Coach, you guys moved Cameron Kelly from receiver to cornerback. Why did you guys have to move?
We just felt we needed his presence on defense. He's a tall guy that can run. He has great feet and hips. He's comfortable there. He wasn't as comfortable as a wide receiver. He will be a special player as a corner. There's no question in my mind. He won't be just he's going to be very, very unusual. You watch. He just has got to go back and learn some of the nuances of being, off. But he made some plays tonight. He did. And he's just a natural over there. I feel bad that I took him to offense. I was so excited about him. It was kind of a selfish thing at that point. And he really belongs over on defense, and I knew that. So finally, we came to grips with that. He's going to be very impactful on defense at corner.
Don't you really utilize the shotgun more today than you have in the previous 2 games? Is that something you anticipate using more going forward?
Depends on the, it really kind of depends on the play and the protections. On some of these protections and the types of routes that we have, I like him in the shotgun. He can get a ball and flip it around and see things. The thing, he'd prefer to be underneath the center, which I like about him. Because there's a lot of different things that we do underneath the center in the play action game and whatnot that it kind of loses its value, out of the shotgun. The run of the ball is so much faster and downhill underneath the center, and therefore the play action stuff to me is a little bit better under center.
What was the message you gave the team after they came in the locker room?
I just told them please don't start that way again. And I just told them how proud I was about the progress that we've made here in the last 3 weeks. Very proud of the staff and these players. We've made great progress. We're not anywhere near where we need to be and can be. And the message is we've got a short week this week, a very short time to enjoy this win, which is tonight, and then we got to get ready to move on. But the whole idea here is we have to get better. And again, next week we got to be better than we were tonight. So.
Coach, can you talk about the impact that AJ's
Well, AJ is kind of the centerpiece of our defense. We've got really good players on defense, no question about it. And Trey does a great job, but AJ just kind of is a centerpiece. He makes it all happen. He gets everybody lined up. When you watch his run fits, I've studied linebackers my whole life. You do that when you have to get a game plan together, And the thing that when I look at our tapes, I'm amazed at his fits in the run game and his pass drops. He's a remarkable player. And how he's not playing in the NFL is I don't know. I don't have an answer for that because he's that good. He's a special player.
Coach, can you talk about the dynamic between Gardner and Washington, kind of having Washington do that effort and to accomplish that, and having Q do what he did at the end there, busting that one open?
I think they're completely different types of runners. They both have terrific speed, as you can see. And I think that Q sees things just a little bit more. And I think Watt, he's still learning some of the run reads, but he's a load now. I mean, he's a load, and when he hits it, he has real speed. For a big guy, you think he's going to have good speed. No, he's got real live speed. He can get it and go. So when he hits that pile, he moves everybody. And he's going to get better with his run reads. Q progressed over our camp with what we're asking him to read and cut and do all that kind of thing. So proud of both of them. They've come light years in learning what we do in the running game and how to read what we're trying to accomplish.
Coach, any update on Miller's injury? Looked like he
He strained the ligament there. It's not a tear or anything like that. He could have gone right back in and played. I asked him after the game. He said he wanted to go back in. They just asked him to stay out. So you don't know until the next day. You know how that goes. The next day he'll be sore, I'm sure. So we give him tomorrow. They have a weightlifting, but they have 2 days off. A short week. We have to back off him a little bit, and then we'll have 2 practices more or less and a walkthrough, and then we got to go play another game. So we have to be careful with these guys physically.
Coach, when they got that touchdown call back first half, I believe another penalty after that, a little mental change right there.
No question. But those penalties happen because of the pressure we're able to put on them with our defensive people. They get off the line of scrimmage, they start false starting. They're kind of searching for straws a little bit too, and those things happen because you're playing so well on defense. So I think that's where you start with that.
One last question. Anybody else?
Coach, do you have any message for the fans?
Yeah, it was. I've got a double headset on, and I can't, but I could hear the noise. So it's terrific. I know our players really appreciate it. They love it. They love playing here at San Diego, and hopefully we can continue to entertain and get people excited about the fleet.